Fermax presents the DUOX PLUS 10 outputs decoder. This device offers many advantages to make a DUOX PLUS installation more powerful. Each output allows the connection of up to 3 terminals per dwelling. The installation of the decoder is recommended whenever we have, for example, to install more than 6 terminals per connection point in our building. Also, when the distance from the terminals to the riser is longer than 25 meters, or when this distance is unknown, up to 100 meters. Also, when different cable types of different cross-sections are mixed in the same installation, or when all the cables of the replacement installation go to a single point. The decoder is supplied with removable connectors for easy connection, the screws required for wall mounting, and the instructions manual. In the decoder, we find a label where we can write down the addresses that we have assigned to the different housing outputs. We can also see the rest of the components, such as the riser strips and the connection strips, the line adaptation switch, where we can adapt in C if required, and both the programming button and the status LED. Finally, we see the different dip switches that will allow us to program and assign the decoder addresses. The decoder adds very useful advantages for the installation, such as a greater distance of derivation, up to 100 meters between the decoder and the last terminal, avoids overloads and voltage drops thanks to the short-circuit insulation between terminals. It allows a remote programming without accessing the house, thus facilitating the installer's work, and locks the installer menu on the monitors. In this way, it is no longer possible to access the installer menu from the monitor to prevent unwanted manipulation. Below it is an example of an installation where the outdoor panel will go to the power supply, from there to the decoder, and finally to the monitor. We will connect the outdoor panel to the decoder bus input and the different outputs to the monitors or terminals. The last decoder will be adapted at C, and the configuration will be completed. With the installation completed and adapted, we will proceed to the programming of the decoder. The programming mode can be done sequentially, where all outputs will be programmed according to the position of the different dip switches, or by open programming mode, where we can assign a different address to each one of the outputs by previously assigning the desired address to the terminals. We are going to do a sequential programming example. To do this, we will use the decoder address, offset dir, and block address dip switches according to the programming or configuration table. In the following example, we see a building with 2 floors. On the first floor, we will program from 101 to 110, and on the second floor, we will program the decoder from 201 to 210. To do this, we will go to the first floor, and we will configure the dip switches as indicated in the corresponding table. In the offset dir dip switch, we will put 1, and in the decoder address dip switch, also 1. After that, we will press the programming button less than 10 seconds, and the terminals will emit a beep sequentially confirming that the address has arrived to them correctly. At the end of the process, the LED DL will remain fixed in green light, indicating that the addresses from 101 to 110 of each output have been established. On the second floor, we will do the same process. Once the decoder is fed, we will set the dip switches in the position indicated in the table, and we will press the programming button less than 10 seconds also, until the LED DL starts blinking. We will see that these addresses have been set from 201 to 210. The process ends when the LED is fixed. In the next example, we will see how to configure in cases where we have 2 decoders in the same floor, for example from 101 to 110 and from 111 to 120. To configure the second decoder address, we will set 1 in the decoder address dip switch, and in the offset address dip switch, we will set 11. Then we will press the programming button for less than 10 seconds, and each of the outputs will have been set from 111 to 120, once the monitors or telephones have beeped and the green LED remains fixed. We will see now how to program decoder using the open mode programming. To do this, we need to turn the decoder address and the block address dip switch number 8 to on. Both must be on until we finish the programming. We will go to each of the monitors, and from the installer menu, we will assign the desired address manually. In this case, for example, address number 6. After the monitor address has been assigned, we must exit from the menu. As the decoder is in open programming, we can assign the monitor's address to decoder's output by making auto on, pressing the door key or F1. To finish the open programming mode, we must set the 8 dip switch of block address to off, then the DL LED will remain fixed. After the programming, the decoder blocks the installer menu in the monitors to avoid any undesired manipulation. Factory reset. To reset a decoder to factory value, feed the decoder set dip switches number 8 of the decoder address and block address to on. Remove the connections to the houses before doing so, and press the programming button for more than 15 seconds until you see the decoder blink rapidly. This will indicate that it has been reset with factory parameters. We will leave the dip switches in the original off position, waiting to program or reprogram the decoder. In the following table, we will see the different models of monitors, from which version they allow to remote programming or locking, unlocking of the installer menu. For more information, please contact our Fermax technical channel. Thank you very much for your attention, and see you next time.